There's something about leadership that often gets overlooked. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It doesn't always make headlines. But it's one of the most powerful qualities a leader can bring. Consistency. Welcome back to the Lead Lab, where we explore the real traits that build lasting leadership. And today's episode is about something subtle, but transformational. The quiet power of showing up the same way, over time. When people talk about great leadership, they usually mention bold moves, vision, strategy, charisma, crisis management. But ask someone who worked under a great leader, and you'll often hear this instead. They were dependable. They were steady. I always knew what I was walking into. That's the power of consistency. It doesn't impress instantly, but it builds deep trust over time. Let's define it clearly. Consistency isn't perfection. It's not about being robotic. It's not about showing up exactly the same every single day. Consistency is about being reliable in how you lead, how you communicate, and how you treat people, especially when the pressure is on. It's the leader who says what they mean, follows through, doesn't disappear when things get hard, doesn't shift tone with every mood or meeting. That kind of leadership? It creates psychological safety. It calms chaos. It gives people something to anchor to. Number 1. Consistency builds trust more than charisma. Charisma may inspire people for a moment. But consistency? That earns trust across months and years. Because when people know what to expect from their leader, they spend less time guessing, worrying, or overcompensating. That's what allows teams to focus, take risks, and perform. Number 2. Consistency turns values into culture. Most teams have values written on walls, slides, or websites. But values don't shape culture, behavior does. And behavior repeated over time becomes the norm. When a leader consistently models transparency, accountability, or empathy, that's when the team starts to reflect those traits too. One-off moments don't build culture. Daily consistency does. Number 3. Consistency shows up in the small things. It's in how leaders respond to mistakes, how they give feedback, how they open meetings, how they celebrate wins, or coach after losses. It's in whether they keep their word, even on the little stuff. People notice. And over time, they start to believe, this is someone I can count on. Number 4. Consistency keeps teams steady through change. Change is hard, and it's a constant. But when a leader is consistent in how they communicate, how they hold space, and how they make decisions, that consistency becomes a source of calm during uncertainty. Even when direction changes, even when the future is unclear, a consistent leader says, I've got you. Let's walk through this together. That's what gives teams the courage to keep moving. Number 5. Consistency isn't glamorous, but it's rare. It's easy to be impressive once. It's harder to be reliable always. And yet, that's what the best leaders offer: steady encouragement, steady expectations, steady presence. It may not get applause every time, but it builds something far more powerful than praise: credibility. Here's the truth. People don't follow leaders because they're perfect. They follow them because they're consistent. Because over time, consistency becomes character. And character is what makes leadership last. Thanks for joining this episode of the Lead Lab. If you're working on being more consistent in your habits, your communication, your leadership, know this: you don't have to be extraordinary every day. You just have to be intentional every day. And that's what separates real leaders from the rest. If this message helped you pause and reflect, share it with someone who leads quietly but powerfully. And subscribe for more, because leadership isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's just steady.